I died after 37 days. Instead of darkness, a blinding light revealed a suit-clad figure.
Head obscured by brilliance. My skeptical mind screamed God, and my world fundamentally shifted.
My brain, in that instant, screamed, "Holy cow, it's God!" Honestly, what else could it be? You hear these stories, right? People who've brushed with the beyond, seen things they can't explain. I wasn't looking for some cosmic revelation, but trust me, it found me. This wasn't some dream or hallucination. This was real. More real than anything I'd ever felt. So, let's rewind. The year was 2005. I was just done. Crushing depression, pure exhaustion. It led me to stop eating. Just like that. Until I died. Yeah, you heard me. Died. For 37 days, I starved myself. And then everything changed. When I crossed over, what did I see? Dude, it was this incredible light. Brighter than anything, but totally gentle. Not harsh on my eyes at all. Imagine the air itself glowing. Shimmering molecules just vibrating with pure light. No bulb, no sun, no obvious source. Just everywhere. And yeah, I totally communicated with the person who came out of it. Who was it? Seriously? It was God. No joke. So picture this. I'm just floating in this incredible light, feeling totally alone for a second. Then bam, this figure just zooms towards me from the distance. And when he gets close, get ready for this. He's wearing a suit, like a sharp business casual kind of suit. But here's the wild part. I couldn't see his face. It was like this blinding, intense light was emanating from his neck, shooting upwards, completely obscuring his head. Like he had a divine spotlight for a neck, shining right up and covering everything above it. His head was completely hidden. Was I scared? Honestly, no. I mean, I'd never seen anything like it, but fear just wasn't there. My gut reaction was pure awe. This has to be God. And yeah, I knew I was dead. Mostly. Not entirely, not at first. See, moments before, I'd been fading in and out of consciousness. Every time I went out, it was just blackness. Then I'd come back, usually to my doctor, whose back was always turned, absorbed in some chart. I remember asking, "What's going on?" And he just casually turned, gave me this totally nonchalant look and went, "Oh, you're dying." Then he turned right back to his reading. And then just like that, I was gone again. But this time, no black. Just this unbelievable light. So, what did the guy in the suit, God, tell me? We had this insane conversation. And me, being the sarcastic, hardcore agnostic I was back then, the first thing I could think to say, after realizing, OMG, there's actually a God, pure sarcasm. I literally asked him, "Yo, what's with the suit?" And his response? Mind blown. He just looked at me. Well, he didn't look at me, but I felt his gaze and said, "Just as Saul saw me in robes, because that's what made him comfortable, so do you." Look, I wasn't exactly a Bible scholar back then, okay? Sunday school? Sure, I went, knew the basics. But the whole Saul thing, I didn't even realize that was Paul before he became Paul, not until I actually started digging into scripture later. So when he said, "Just as Saul saw me in robes because that's what made him comfortable, so do you," my mind immediately went to this blinding light scenario on the road, the whole shebang. But let's be super clear. I didn't see Paul. I saw him. He was just using Saul as an example, saying he presents himself in a way that makes you comfortable. Still blew my mind, though. So questions? You kidding me? A million of them. My brain was a superhighway of WTF, how, why, what next. And before I could even vocalize one of them, he reached out. Just reached out and placed his hand on my head. Not a physical hand, not like ours, but this feeling, this presence just touched me, and bam. It wasn't just my life flashing before my eyes. It was like the universe downloaded my entire existence into my consciousness in an instant. Every mistake, every triumph, every fleeting thought, every person I loved, every moment of pain, compressed, vivid, real. When he lifted his hand, the torrent stopped. And then in that profound silence, he simply asked, "What do you desire?" What did I want? Simple. I wanted to cross that border. I wanted to marry Leanna. I wanted my life back with her. And he just nodded. A silent cosmic, okay. Then poof, I was awake. Like fully awake, back in my body, but everything felt different. And did I get what I wanted? Oh, absolutely. But it wasn't easy. You have no idea how many times I tried that border crossing. They just kept turning me around. One time, Leanna convinced me to tell them I was visiting my sister. Big mistake. The agent, let's call him Officer Miller, narrows his eyes. "Oh, visiting your sister, are we?" Then he demands my wallet, rummages through everything. And what does he find? Only this ridiculously sappy, handwritten love letter from Leanna, basically declaring her undying devotion. Miller reads it, looks up at me, stone-faced. "Care to explain these familial relations you seem to have, or are you just flat out lying to a federal officer?" My jaw was on the floor. What could I say? He sent me packing, of course.
But then, after my little chat with the universe's CEO, I tried again. Last-ditch effort. Show up at the border, and they hit me with the usual, "Nope, you're not getting in, go wait in that room." So I trudged over, waited. I hadn't slept in what felt like a week, totally out of it. Another agent comes in, sits down at his computer, asks a few rote questions. It was close to Christmas, so he looks up tiredly. "All right, Mr. Kai, have a good Christmas." That was it. No explanation, no denial, just dismissed. I mumbled, "You too." Already defeated, gathering my bag, ready to slink back to Canada. My heart was a stone in my gut. And then, as I stood up, he cleared his throat. "Sir?" I froze. He glances at his screen, then back at me, a flicker of something in his eyes. It says here, "You've been granted unlimited access to the United States." Unlimited access. My jaw hit the floor again, but this time it was pure shock. I floated out of there, got back in line, and walked right in, just like that. I got to the States. I got to Lena. I got what I wanted. Did it work out? Nah. We eventually ended up back in Canada. The whole marriage thing crumbled. But the point is, I got what I asked for. A literal cosmic intervention to get me across a border. So yeah, 2005, the 37 days without food, the whole near-death experience. You want to know what kicked that off? It always came back to a girl, man. Always. And Lena, she was the one who kept leaving. Every time, a piece of me went with her. It was a vicious cycle of heartbreak and hope and eventually just utter despair. That last time she left, that's when I just stopped. The eating, the living, everything just plummeted into this black hole of depression. No appetite for anything, least of all food. So yeah, that's what drove me to the brink. It was all for love in the most messed up way possible. Okay, so here's where things get wild. He didn't just touch my head for a quick life recap. Nah, over the next decade it hit me. He wasn't just showing me my past. He was downloading the entire universe into my skull, like planting seeds of pure cosmic knowledge I couldn't even process yet. I dove headfirst into physics, cosmology, anything to make sense of the glitch in my brain. And then, bam, it clicked. Everything we thought we knew, wrong. Seriously. I saw it all, a totally different model of how this universe exploded into being. Think E equals MC squared, but like on 1,000 hits of acid times 1,000,000. We're talking 10 to the 34th power of photons, all perfectly tuned, vibrating at the exact same frequency. Then, when God literally said, "Let there be light," it wasn't a slow burn. It was an instant, synchronized implosion, birthing everything we see. Mind blown again. Oh, and bonus fact, we all carry Neanderthal DNA. Coincidence? I think not. Now, the tree of knowledge of good and evil, go read the Old Testament. How many times is the phallus referred to as a tree? Just saying. And what happened right after this event? 2 kids popped out. One a pure soul, the other, well, not so much. This not so good one, basically a half animal who just couldn't grasp God's true vibe, goes and murders his brother. Why? He genuinely thought, if I take out the competition, God's gotta love me more, right? Talk about a cosmic misunderstanding. And bam, that, my friends, is how religion got twisted. People, completely missing the Creator's true heart, decided to play God themselves, acting on his behalf without a clue what he actually wanted. That's the whole wheat and the tares thing Jesus talked about, calling the Pharisees and Sadducees descendants of the serpent. He wasn't playing. This stuff, it's deeper than the Mariana Trench, people. Seriously, think about it. So, what's the takeaway, people? What do I really want you to get from all this? Simple. Stop labeling the Word of God as some ancient fairy tale. It's not. It's a freaking Rosetta Stone of cosmic truth, a deeply encoded message that nobody, and I mean nobody, has truly cracked before. You think it's a myth? Nah, you just haven't understood it yet. Maybe, just maybe, instead of dismissing it, you should drop to your knees and actually try to understand what it's saying. Seriously, only a fool rejects something they don't even bother to comprehend. Your lack of understanding doesn't make it false. It makes you uninformed. This isn't just powerful, it's the ultimate reality check. And yeah, you're damn right I started digging. After that mind-blowing encounter, my brain was buzzing with alien frequencies. I saw the universe in a way no textbook ever showed me. It was like I had a cosmic projector in my skull showing me everything, but I couldn't wrap my head around why I was seeing it or what it meant. It definitely wasn't some random Big Bang explosion. That's a lie. Everything, I mean everything, is rotating around a central, unseen hub. You'd need like 60,000 years of constant observation to even begin to grasp that. Guess what? We haven't been around that long trying to observe the universe from our tiny little speck of dust. But I saw it.
So Alex, this guy I was chatting with, he randomly hits me with, "Kai, if you were to write a book, what would it be?" And I just laughed. Dude, I told him, I already did. He was totally thrown, like his spirit was telling him to ask about a book. Hilarious. So yeah, it's called The Enemy is at the Gate. I've rewritten it like 3 times, but that's the one. It's out there, published on what used to be Lulu, now Yahoo. And yeah, it's everything I'm telling you, but cranked up to 11. I literally memorized the entire NAD genome project, the one National Geographic's got. That's the level of deep dive we're talking about. Alex was practically begging for it. "Kai, can I share this with my audience? Can they download it?" Of course. So yeah, I promised to send him the manuscript and a pic for the thumbnail because apparently you guys like to see the faces behind the madness. He's going to drop it on his site, probably some slick URL like cosmictruth.com/Kai or whatever. So keep an eye on his description or my social feeds. This book, it's not just a book, it's the key to everything I'm talking about. Every mind-blowing detail, every piece of the puzzle. I'm sending it to him right now as soon as we hang up. You guys need to read this, seriously. And if this story, if any of what I've said has made you even question reality for a second, then hit that subscribe button, follow me, do whatever you gotta do. Because trust me, the universe has a lot more to say, and I'm just getting started unpacking it. This extraordinary journey challenges us. What if ancient myths hold profound, verifiable cosmic truths, not fairy tales? Instead of rejecting what we don't immediately comprehend, we are urged to open our minds, question assumptions, and bravely seek deeper understanding. The universe and sacred texts are presented as a deeply encoded Rosetta Stone of divine reality, far more intricate than we currently grasp. Your lack of understanding doesn't make truth false. It simply reveals more to discover. Embrace the call to explore these ultimate realities. Share your thoughts, and don't forget to follow God's voice for you to explore more meaningful stories.